Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tea, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy. Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Ethan Nienaber with Quincy Community Theatre. You are the new artistic director of Quincy Community Theatre, correct?
Yes.
Well, welcome.
Yes.
So welcome not only to Muddy River News, but also to Quincy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome. You hail from Minnesota, correct?
I sure do. Yeah, I grew up in the Twin Cities.
Okay, and you've been here exactly 2 weeks.
Exactly 2 weeks.
And
yes.
not your first time, though.
No, not my first. This is my second time with a stint in Quincy. This will be a longer one, but yeah.
Hopefully, yes. So what brought you here the first time?
So first time I was here was last year for Newsies. I got to be the guest director for that show, and it kind of came up rather quickly. I was in between two other productions, and the director they originally had to drop, couldn't do it anymore, kind of at the last second, had like a family emergency, I think maybe, and so they reached out and said, hey, you know, are you interested? Are you available? And I was thrilled to be able to squeeze it in between two other shows that I was doing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, almost serendipity, here you are back in Quincy, and now you're the new artistic director.
Yeah, I know. If you would have asked me a year ago, I probably would have called you crazy.
Yeah.
But now it feels just like the perfect next step, and I'm so thrilled to be here.
Excellent. So speaking of next steps, can we talk about steps that kind of got you here? And, I kind of want to touch on your beginning love for the theater, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so I grew up doing theater in the Twin Cities. I got into it as a young person. I think I was in middle school when I first started. And I was just, it was like a duck taking to water. I really just absolutely loved everything about it. Got to get involved in a variety of ways, and it eventually took me to school, and I got my degree in performance, degree in acting.
Okay.
From an awesome program called the University of North Carolina School of the Arts.
Okay.
So I was at the drama school down there. And right after that, I moved to New York and started my professional career, not as an actor. I was very clear after studying acting that I was no longer interested in performance.
Really?
And I was going to fully focus on directing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got to New York and started directing and started freelancing and, of course, just hustling and trying to take any gig that I could.
Yeah.
And for directors, it's a little different. You kind of start as an assistant or an associate. So I got really, really lucky, and within the first, I think, year and a half or so, met my mentor there. He took me under his wing. I got to work as his assistant and associate for a number of years following, and that sort of led me into the rest of my career, which shifted a lot when COVID hit. I moved back to the Twin Cities and kind of reconnected with the Midwest theatrical community and started doing a lot more directing of my own shows, not as much as an assistant or an associate, but really stepping into that. And then in the 5 or so years since, have just had a great time freelancing all over the place, and Quincy happens to be one of them.
Yes, and here we are. How very cool. So speaking of New York, what kind of works were you a part of as either a director or assistant director? What were some of your, it could even be your best memories, right? Your best works. Yeah, what were you a part of?
Oh, there's so many really great just programs and productions that I got to be a part of. The program that comes to mind right away is I was a fellow at Lincoln Center right out of college, and it was a program that was a partnership between the organization and my alma mater, and it really got me deeply ingrained in the world of brand new original work in New York, which I had always had an interest in, but wasn't really sure how I was going to kind of break into that.
Sure.
And that was one of the first pathways that led me to doing a lot of other new works as an associate. So one of the big ones was I worked with the New York Musical Festival and was just a lowly intern at the time, but was being sent out to go listen to readings of shows. And I found this little show called Emoji Land, and we took it from
I saw this. I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, we took it from a reading all the way to off-Broadway. We got a New York Times Critics pick, and then 3 weeks into our run, everything shut down because it was 2020.
Yes.
So that show will always be really special to me. It was definitely one of the ones that really fortified me in my own artistry and creative skills. But
Yeah.
then the real big one kind of mixed in between that I directed that was just mine, I wasn't the associate for, was a show called Decky Does a Bronco.
Okay.
And that show was really special. We did that one off Broadway, just a couple blocks off of Times Square in this little theater in an old cathedral church in the upstairs. Yeah, it's where like the priests used to live.
Yeah.
And they turned it into a theater space, and a dear friend of mine had pulled together the production. He was producing, and he was going to be one of the star actors. And it was the first time that this show had ever been done in America. It's a Scottish play.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So to be the first American director and the first director to do it off Broadway in New York was really such an honor.
Yeah,
and a bunch of people loved it.
Yeah.
It turned out to be a hit. So we were really fortunate to kind of do that right before 2020 hit. So I had a lot of momentum going into the pandemic, but then carried it out with probably one of my all-time favorite experiences was I got to revisit theater and jump back in 21 with as the assistant director for the national tour of A Christmas Carol that had happened previously.
Cool. Yes.
So that was really an incredible experience. That was just one of the largest productions I've ever had the fortunate pleasure of being a part of.
Now that was on Broadway, right?
Yeah, so it was on Broadway, but we were doing the tour. So we took it out, and we were primarily on the West Coast.
Gotcha.
Yep, but it was the same production,
Sure.
Same creative team and everything. A bit of a new cast. We had a few folks return, but a lot of the folks weren't able to return. But we didn't have any slouches. I mean, we got to have Bradley Whitford and Alex Newell, so some really incredible names and performers. So we had a really great time with that one, and that was one of the first things that was kind of the first tour back from COVID.
Okay.
So we kind of pioneered how to redo theater as we were learning how to re-enter the commercial space.
Yeah,
so
very
that was really special and unique too.
Absolutely. It sounds like you have a whole memory book full of productions and works. And
I could talk for hours.
Yeah, I would love it. But I'm really
hours.
excited to see what you bring to Quincy. So talking about Quincy and of course your excellent history, what do you plan to kind of bring, like fresh eyes, fresh vision? What are you hoping to bring to Quincy?
Yeah, well, we're going to keep finding ways to do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Folks are asking me, well, what makes a good season in your mind? Like, how are you going to program this main stage?
Right.
And I've been using this metaphor a lot, so I'll share it with you too, but I think it's like a well-rounded meal. So folks can still expect to come and see a lot of different things on our main stage. We're going to do classics, we're going to do new musicals, we're going to do some plays, we're going to do a little bit of it all. But the one thing that we haven't always used as an organization quite as well as we want to is our lab space, our black box theater.
Okay.
So I think I'm really excited. I can only tease a little bit of what we might have in the pipeline, but we're looking to find a lot of different ways to invite not only our community in to use that space to explore different types of plays, maybe some new plays, getting back into that new work that I love doing so much. But also we're looking at trying to find a way to open it to the national theatrical community and industry and see if there's some others that might have some use for that black box. So that's my teaser right now.
There's the teaser. We're not going to blow anything. Yeah, we're not going to blow anything. And then of course you're going to continue doing things that people have, we know and love about Quincy Community Theatre.
Absolutely.
There's no shortage of great performances. I'm sure the new season is going to be fantastic. Again, we don't want to blow anything.
Yes, coming soon in the fall. We'll announce it.
Yes.
Yep.
And then, of course, we were talking about programs that are coming up, boot camps and et cetera. You're continuing all of those, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've still got our Director of Education, Brendan, who is leading the charge there and will continue all of our incredible education programming. And I'm going to really just be supporting and nurturing that as best I can from my side.
Sure.
But we got 2 boot camps this summer.
Okay.
We got one in June and one in July, so that's double the boot camp fun that we normally have, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's really great. And then kind of woven into the middle of that, we're starting Jersey Boys.
Yeah. Woo. Man, you guys always have so much going on, and again, it's just the talent that you attract, that you help nurture is incredible, starting at the boot camp level, right? I mean, it starts very, very young, and then bringing people in from all ages, from this community, from others, and it just seems like the talent is, it's so incredible anyway, but for a place like Quincy, it just shines.
It's really astounding.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things that I wasn't sure what to expect when I came down here the first time for Newsies.
Right.
I thought, wow, that's an ambitious show.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see, what the pool of talent is
Right.
like. And I was blown away.
Yeah, I don't
was
think you were alone.
Totally shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't have ever predicted how wonderful that cast was going to be. And I am now coming to find out that there's all these people that I don't know from
Yeah.
that cast that are equally as wonderful.
Yeah.
So we've got a real wealth of talent here in Quincy. It's
Absolutely.
pretty amazing.
It is. There's definitely no shortage, and no shortage of great productions, I'm sure, that will be coming up this season. Can't wait for you to come back and talk about those.
Yeah.
In the meantime, good luck with everything. Welcome to Quincy. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm happy to see what you can bring to Quincy, but I'm really excited just to see what's gonna happen this season.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I so appreciate it.
Appreciate it. It was so great meeting you.
You as well.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Coming up next, I sit down with Kathryn McDaniel, and we talk about what's going on at Two Rivers Regional Council. Stay tuned.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
And welcome back. Joining me now, Kathryn McDaniel with Two Rivers Regional Council. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you are the Workforce Development Director, is that correct?
I am right now. I'm soon to be transitioning into the WIOA Program Manager.
Okay, what is WIOA?
WIOA is the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act.
Okay,
Actually started in 2014.
okay,
And you might hear of it right now because it is up for renewal in Congress.
gotcha. So a little piece of exciting information. Also, you just announced something else that's really exciting.
We did. So the local Workforce Innovation Board has announced that Two Rivers will be the fiscal manager for the WIOA grant.
Okay, that is excellent. And that means, so in layman's term, what does that mean for our community as far as resources and surrounding areas?
So the WIOA grant is huge,
Okay.
and we've been a subrecipient of it, but now we're taking over for all 9 counties. And
Okay.
that runs from Pittsfield all the way up to Galesburg.
Yeah, so expanding into different areas and really wrapping your arms around this, that's going to be really incredible. Well, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
That's
We're
outstanding.
excited.
Yeah, so let's back up a little bit. Two Rivers Regional Council, I know a lot of people have heard of it, but maybe some people are scratching their head like, what do they really do? Right?
Right.
There are a lot of resources in this area, and I know a lot of people know that we do have a lot, but maybe don't know what individual resources do. Can you give me kind of a 10,000-foot view maybe, right? Because you do a lot.
We do a lot.
Okay.
Two Rivers is actually your community action agency for Adams, Brown, Pike, and Schuyler counties. So we have programs, and I'm going to go backwards.
Yeah.
Weatherization, workforce, of course, what I'm involved with, community development, community services. You might have already be aware of what we do because we have LIHEAP, low-income energy assistance program.
Okay.
We have rental assistance. We assist people in finding jobs or supportive services while they're doing that. WIOA assists people with vocational training, paying for that.
Okay.
So that they can go back to work. Weatherization helps people bring their house up to where it needs to be.
Sure.
And this is generally for low-income folks, but because we're in all the different counties, we also have a thrift store out in Pike County, and we have food pantries in Brown and Pike counties.
Okay, so basically connecting the dots to, from people who need the assistance to how they can achieve, right? Getting those needs met, and an incredible organization, right? I mean, you do so much, and we were talking about how people would get involved, and you mentioned low income. So I'm sure there are criteria, but how would someone, if they were interested in, receiving assistance from Two Rivers, how would they go about, I guess, getting that assistance? Do they just reach out, or does it depend on the program they're looking for?
So just reach out.
Okay.
There are several different programs in our department, and we will try to fit you into the program that would best work for you.
Okay.
So, but this new expansion is just WIOA. It's just workforce.
Okay.
So it's the workforce programs, and we are expanding not only into our 4 counties, but we've added 5 additional counties.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Yeah,
and if you asked me to name them.
Yeah, I was going to, but I didn't want to quiz you, okay? But you
I
think
got
you can do it?
I got them.
Okay.
It's Adams, Brown, Hancock, Henderson, Knox, Medina, Pike, Schuyler, and Warren counties.
Look at you go.
And counting on my fingers.
You got it. You nailed it. I love it. So, of course, none of this, the assistance, nothing is free. Everything, costs. How are you able to, provide all of these assistance programs?
So, a lot of the assistance programs come through DCEO, Department of Economic Development, and so we have the Community Services Block Grant that we use for community services. We have different programs through DHS with the SNAP and TANF programs to assist people with supportive services while they're getting work. Weatherization is under other federal and state grants.
Okay.
The WIOA grant is actually a federal grant that is given to the state and then dispersed to the local workforce areas, dependent on the needs.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. And again, bringing it all to our community and the surrounding communities is just incredible. And the expansion of the WIOA, is that how I say it?
Yes, WIOA.
Is definitely going to help some of these other communities. Now, if anybody wants more information on how to maybe help take advantage of some of these programs or to get involved, because as I'm sure it takes a village to make a lot of this stuff happen. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So you can reach out to us, 217-224-8171, or you can also go to our website or our Facebook pages. Just look up Two Rivers Regional Council.
Yeah.
So the WIOA programs, not only do we help low income, but anyone that's dislocated, and nobody knows what that means. So dislocated is someone who's been laid off.
Okay.
Or they're lost their job due to no fault of their own. So any of these layoffs that you're seeing right now, we're involved with all of those, along with our partners, including IDES, Department of Employment Services.
Okay.
So that we can better serve these people and either give them additional training so that they can get a better job, or help them, revamp their resume, whatever it takes, so that they can get back into employment.
I was going to ask what specific activities, because when you're thinking of getting a job, when you hear people say, just get a job, it's not that simple, right? You have to connect the dots on your skill level, your education level, your likes and dislikes, right? So helping people kind of connect all of those dots and then helping them kind of find themselves in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely.
Right.
Some of our dislocated workers, they've been at the same place for 10 to 15 years. They need a resume revamp.
Sure.
They haven't looked at their resume in that long.
I know I haven't. Whew.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But it does need the current verbiage, maybe update a few of the things that they say.
Technology has changed so much, so even
Absolutely.
even working on how to do it on a computer can be difficult for some people, right?
And maybe they're just one short credential away from that next step in their career.
Right.
So WIOA concentrates on short-term, high-demand positions.
Okay.
So that industry here would be healthcare, manufacturing, and logistics.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, those are all great industries to get into too. So yeah, it's
And high demand.
right. Yeah, and great paying, really, to be honest.
Well,
So-
that's part of it.
yeah, right. I mean, nobody wants to
Yes.
work for free, right?
But want to get them into sustainable jobs,
yes.
jobs that can support a family.
Right. Well, again, this is Two Rivers is a great resource, but then the WIOA is a subset of that helps even more people now, which is
Yes.
incredible. And again, if you want more information on WIOA or any other program that Two Rivers Regional Council offers to this community and surrounding communities, check out their website, go to their Facebook page, reach out via phone. You have
217-224-8171.
Perfect. Yeah, it's there. It's there for everyone to use. So let's take advantage of it. And if you need more information, reach out.
Please.
Right?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kathryn. It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
talking to you. All right. I think that does it for today's Daily. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Club Muddy.